Hello, so today we'll be learning more about WAF. So what is WAF? WAF is the Web Application Firewall. Okay, so let's understand how the architecture of the WAF looks like. So basically your application sits here in the destination server, which can be a Kubernetes pods, or it can be containerized as it can be containerized, it can be legacy servers, Apache Tomcat, etc., etc. So it can be any kind of server here, and we in between have the wall kind of thing, which is acting as a firewall. Firewall is basically it will filter the traffic whatever is coming from the internet. So we can see these are the various sources of the traffic, which can be bot, which can be actual user, it can be some institution. So it can be the traffic can be a lot of ways it can be defined. It can be mobile, web, iPad, etc., etc. So it can be both HTTP as well as HTTPS traffic. So all those things when from the internet, when it is available from there, the source of traffic comes to your application. So it can be blocked or filtered with the help of WAF, and it will have certain kind of rules. So it will check for those rules, and if it matches the criteria, it will block or pass or maybe monitor. So it can do various kind of things. So you can say basically WAF is a solution which is sitting between your internet and the web application, which helps to monitor, filter, block HTTP as well as HTTPS traffic, which can be to and from the application. And most of the time, it is basically used for helping to fight against the common cyber attacks. Then coming to the other part, which is capabilities of WAF. So what all things WAF can do? WAF can do a lot of things, and it is a layer 7 application. So you can say it is working at the application layer. So basically it can do rate limitation. So you can define like how many requests can be sent within a minute, or maybe seconds, or maybe how many requests can pass through in an hour. So those things you can define. So beyond that, if somebody is trying to scrape your website, so you can block the requests coming from the traffic, or source traffic. Then if you have malicious traffic coming, so which is doing some kind of SQL injection, cross-site scripting, cross-site forgery, etc. So those kind of things can be automatically blocked with the help of the filters and rules based at the WAF layer. The next is bot mitigation. So again, you can define like you can categorize the bots according to the good bot, bad bot, AI bot, and various other kind of bots. So those things you can filter, analyze, and create rules to either alert or monitor, or you can say block if you require that. And then we have geolocation based blocking. So so suppose your website or your application is only applicable to a particular geolocation, and you don't want others from different locations to visit, so you can block that content from using the help of geolocation based blocking. Then again, you can based on your attack type or analysis, when you observe like, and you cannot identify the current or the solution for the particular issue after the analysis. So at least for temporary base, you can do the IP based blocking. Then you have like logging, alerting, analytics. So all those things you can analyze your traffic to understand more about the traffic pattern, devices, and etc. etc. Information can be gathered from the WAF logs. Then we have DDoS protection. Now, what is DDoS? DDoS is like when your resources is limited and you get too many requests, so your website will be down. So protecting against those kind of things, you can implement DDoS protection, and then you can support various kind of compliances with the WAF. That can also be done. Then you can have header based blocker. So based on the header, like if you don't expect certain kind of header, so you can block that. Then you can also have your own customized rules. So these all becomes a little bit more and more complicated, because with the hands-on you have and the analysis you have done, and still you can have your own customized rule where you can block based on a certain criteria. So those things can be also created in the customized part. Then we have virtual patching. So you can say while real-time monitoring or blocking the traffic based on condition. Like suppose you don't want the real traffic or the source traffic to visit slash admin pages on your website, so you patch that part with the help of WAF. So you can have the path based slash admin or whatever is the page, and then you'll block the traffic whenever someone is hitting those pages. So those things can also be done. Then different companies are there. So first of all, let's try to understand which is the team which implements WAF. So there can be multiple teams as it depends on the different companies and their standards and industries, etc. So most of the times, clouds or the DevOps engineer are involved in the WAF part in the cloud platform. So they will do or handle these kind of things in the cloud. Then we have a security team or SecOps team. They will have their own rules, policies, and they may use different kind of WAF for them to block. Again, so the same things will follow. It just depends like which team is handling in your industry or company. Again, IT team and infra team can do that. Similarly, if the developers are individual contributors for a particular small project, so they may be handling everything, which includes the WAF too. And even if you are a part of an organization, so developers will play a major role because they can help and coordinate with the infra cloud security engineers where they can avoid false positives and blocking of the legitimate traffic because they know more about the application rather than the DevOps, security, or IT infra team. Then WAF is available in different kind of products. So most famous, I think you guys all already know, Cloudflare is playing the CDN part, but it also has its own WAF. Then coming to the all the cloud providers have their own WAF. Just example like AWS WAF is there, or the Azure WAF is there. Then there are also various other products like Akamai, Imperva, Fortinet. So all of them are serving the same purpose. What can be the real world example? So real world example maybe like you have some form in your website and a hacker is trying to like he may not be aware of your username and password, but he can have an query being passed to your text box where he's checking for the true conditions. So instead of passing the username and password, he's just applying the query in the text box, which is passed to the database, and one is to one, one equal to one, which means like it will return true every time. So you can bypass these kind of things with the help of SQL injection. So those things can be automatically detected with the help of WAF, and it can block. You can block the request before it reaches your server. Similarly, you can analyze your traffic and understand the kind of traffic it is coming, how many are bots, how many are the real traffic, and then again you can further categorize them into good bot, bad bot. So bad bots you can block. Then you can also have block you can block the traffic based on your experience analysis on the user agent. So sometimes there may be a lot of logs or a lot of data where a lot of traffic where you don't see the user agent, and you may have a policy in your company like without a user agent you should block the traffic, or based on your analysis you observe like whenever there is no agent detected, so there is some kind of malicious activity being performed, so you can create a customized rule based on that and you can block the particular user agent type. Then again, like your website or your application may serve only a particular device, or if you don't want a particular device type which may be outdated or and not supported by your application, so you can block those kind of devices from accessing your application. And again, IP-based and geolocation are the same thing which we have discussed. Thanks for joining. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel.